hopefully that'll clear us enough of a path here to get the finish. Oh no, that was that was a little dicey. Oh no. Bomb defense up didn't help me there. Hey there, it's Adam AK Swimming Bird, and welcome to Splatoon 2 on the Nintendo Switch. My Inkling is working part-time as a pillow. Today we are going to jump into ranked mode with the Dualie Squelchers, a remixed version of the Dual Squelcher from Splatoon 1. It's been chopped in half and made into dualies. Still has a lot of range, but not quite as fast at inking as the normal Splat Dualies. So we'll have a little trouble, but we'll have that extra range to try to outspace people. And we'll quickly check the shops here. Ooh, oh, it's the Mr. Shrug. I've been looking for this guy. He's awesome. And yeah, we'll have to get that later. That's a good brand because it offers ink resistance and swim speed up with crack on. Anyways, we got to go work hard in battle if we want to get enough money for that. And we also have some news to cover, so let's jump into some splat zones. Okay, so as we warm up here at the Art Academy, I'll mention the news. We have another Splatfest on the way, first weekend of September. Seems to be the scheduled time. They'll probably mix it up later on, but that is going to be when we have another one. It is, I'd rather have the power of flight or the power of invisibility, and Marina is on the invisibility side, probably to help out the popularity of the Pearl side, since Marina tends to have more popularity, but Pearl tends to, you know, maybe get the wins because they don't have as many people on their side and they're focused on fighting the matches that count in Splatfest. I've got my point sensor here. I'm going to try to lay down occasionally to keep this place well covered. Did not hit the other one, but can kind of roll over and try to get them before they can get me. So we still have the rolls, obviously, that the dualies provide. Kind of hide a little bit here because I know someone's moving in. I see you there. Ah, no, I think I rolled right into that one rather than away. But yeah, so we have another Splatfest on the way. I'm not sure which side I'm going to go with yet, but it's kind of a toss-up. I think I would rather have the power of flight, but if I want to get faster matches and have an easier time recording and everything, it's going to be nice to have a more consistent matchup by being on the less popular team. But we'll see how it goes. We got a couple weeks here from when I'm recording to figure it out. Let's see if we can get a couple of these guys. There's another one jumping in, so we should hopefully be able to track them. Ooh, here we go. So the point sensors, they're a bit better in this game. They'll hang out wherever you throw them, so you can get a bit more, you know, pick up on whoever's going to be around to get tracked. Let's see if I can stay away until they're done firing, or take them out if I can. Oh, well, they jumped back, but it looked like they exploded for a second. We're still doing okay. We just got to hold that zone. My team's over there. We've taken the lead. But yeah, the point sensors, you can track anyone who goes into it briefly, and that's where abilities like Cold-Blooded come into play. Cold-Blooded will pop up on Anaki and Tony Kensa brand. The two of the new brands have a predisposition to give you Cold-Blooded and make it easier to not be tracked for as long. Okay, let's see if we can grab this guy before he gets around. There we go. Don't have to worry about that. It's probably a good time to get up top here and lock this down with my extra range. But yeah, point sensors, very useful. They do take up a bit of ink, obviously, and don't do damage, so you gotta be careful with when you're throwing them out. But they can help out your entire team, which I like, because it's not just, you know, the battle you're in. It's gonna, even if you get splatted, you can track someone else, you know, track them for the rest of your teammates to get them. Especially in splat zones or one of these ranked modes where everyone's gonna be funneling into certain areas. The point sensor is very useful because you know where they're gonna try to go, like down there, and then you can track them real easy by making sure you got that going on. Here we go. Oh, we got someone up here. Oh, I popped their baller before they could actually throw it out, which is very handy, and that's the first match. And the special on here, I didn't get to see it too much, is the Tentamissiles. I really like this set. There's going to be, you know, obviously another set of the Dualie Squelchers, but this is the one I think I've been gravitating towards as a shooter main. If I'm going to play a shooter weapon, this seems like one to go with. There we go. So I did get three of those Tentamissiles off. It does cover turf pretty well, like the normal dualies, but ultimately that lower spread in trade-off for increased range is gonna leave you in some bad positions if you're up close. So you want to use that range, maybe roll backwards. So while we're on the subject of tracking your enemies, I should mention, Splatoon 1, a lot of focus on tracking the enemy team because we had the Echolocator special, which did not return. Man, I'm the only long range on this team. It's all juniors, which means a lot of Ink Armor, which will probably work in our favor. But yeah, so tracking the enemy team was a lot easier in the first game with that special that would just kind of blanket track everybody that you wanted to track. Look at that, jeez. So I wiped out 3 of them at once. And now you have to either use point sensors or the ink mines. The improved ink mines have the ability to track anyone who sets them off, so it is good. The ink mines are much better. They're still kind of up in the air whether they're that great of a sub-weapon, though, because you have to deal with people just kind of getting out of the way in time. Stopped them before their armor could activate, but now we got 2 ink armors going here. Probably a good time to roll around, and look out! Ooh. They're going to be pushing in. I'm going to kind of back it up a little bit and get my bearings, although I've got my ink armor. Be good to get in there. Kind of just playing this game of keep away, where you move in when you're ready to pounce and roll in to get that extra damage, and get out of the way when you're starting to run out of ink. Here they go. All right, we're doing okay. How are they doing? 3 out of 4. That's good enough for me to pop that Missile. Try to keep them back away from the zone. Keeping those point sensors down in high traffic areas. But yeah, because we can track in a couple ways, it's still, useful to have abilities like Cold-Blooded, but having 2 out of, 3 or so of the new gear brands have it is kind of a strange choice as a brand affinity ability, so you're going to get it more often on some of those. Saw someone go around with that. I think there's a Luna Blaster in our midst, right? Or no, it's a Rapid Blaster. Those are rough, but I do have the range to outgun them if I'm playing carefully, and there we go. That was a very quick KO. But yeah, so Cold-Blooded being able to pop up as a sub-ability means you're going to get it a lot, even if it's not as useful. But I also, I think the point sensors are, with that improvement, it's definitely worth trying to have a little bit if you see someone tracking you a lot. And there we go. Jeez. Yeah, the Ink Armor definitely helped us out, having so much of that. The other team could not get so many splats. There were very few on the enemy side. Are we going to get a triple with Inkline? That's so unlikely. Oh, it's very likely again. Well, you have an increased chance to get that, but oh baby, we got that got that triple. Now I don't think I can re-roll that one because it's a perfect bomb defense up. While we're on the subject of abilities, I do think that new bomb defense up it's kind of replacing Bomb Sniffer. It doesn't track the bombs, but it does provide a little extra defense. And it's also replacing Defense Up, since Attack and Defense Up are now gone from this game. But I think that's kind of an underrated ability. It can save your life. If you're not, right on top of a bomb, when it blows up, you're most likely going to survive the attack. And having a bit of it, I've got, the equivalent almost of an entire main ability of that Bomb Defense Up. So it's gonna help me out quite a bit. Let's see if we can get in well enough. They're backing away, and then this is a good time to throw that down. They're jumping in there. Can I roll over and... Oh, got someone going right there. Ooh, so that's when I want to try to maybe get a roll going, but I'm going to need enough ink. There we go, and I can hold this as long as I've got ink. Oh, no. Well, my buddy survived, at least. Kind of distracted the super jump and gave them a clear landing. But yeah, having that bomb defense up, as long as you're not right on a bomb, you should be okay to survive it, and it can save your life a lot, so it is worth having. And yeah, because of that brand affinity, it was pretty likely I was going to get another one, but still the chances of that, not too crazy, so I'm going to keep that and not re-roll it. There's so many different abilities now that you can get on your gear, thanks to Splatnet having that added bonus of allowing you to just keep getting, whatever ones randomly pop up there. You're not locked into whatever is on the default gear. Okay, gotta be careful. When Missiles are going off, even if they aren't locked onto you, they could pop up and, there we go, pop up and get you because you're in the path of someone who was getting locked on themselves. You know, your teammates running around is never a good deal when you gotta look out for, roll over and take them out. Okay, they got him. I just gotta get out of here quick, because that's a real bad area. All right, how we doing? There's only one of them alive. I'm gonna hold on to my Missiles here. Hold on to your, hold on to your missiles. As soon as they respawn, They're getting splatted so fast. There we go. All 4. That's what I want to see. And hopefully that'll clear us enough of a path here to get the finish. Oh no, that was that was a little dicey. I think he probably would have rolled over me if we hadn't won instead. But there we go. I do have a crack in my meter, but I got a good feeling that we're probably going to jump up to at least B- here once we rank up. And just like with tower control, we jumped up last episode when I was using the charger. If you didn't see that, there was definitely a moment in that episode where I got splatted, there we go, by a suction bomb that probably wouldn't have splatted me. I was kind of far away if I had that bomb defense up, so. Alright, things are going to get tougher now that we bumped up to B rank, so I gotta be on my game. And, you know, speaking of abilities, you might have seen I'm using Run Speed Up on my shirt here. That is kind of debatable whether it's worth it sometimes. Certain weapons, like the NZAP, really benefit from it, and I think it's not quite as effective as it was in the first game, but it's still a good ability to have if you're playing a shooter weapon especially. It's not going to speed up your run on a roller, but it is good to have that added benefit. Let's be careful because there is a charger, and there is a slosher. I almost said a drizzler. That is not a weapon class, that's a salmonid. Okay, and I think I'm going to try to get that charger out of here, even though I know that that slosher is over on the side, just waiting for his chance to get up and take us out. Okay, this is a quick time to cover the zone. Is that slosher still over there, or did they ever move? I can't really tell. We got a cloud on the way in. Okay, good. They got him. There is a spot on the side in some modes, at least, where you can get up into enemy territory. That part right over there typically will have like an inkable wall in some of the modes, but right now I was going to go over there and see how it worked for me, but that is not in this mode. I kind of glanced it. Oh, hey, they were kind of hiding there. I didn't even see them hanging out. I saw them and I thought they were already gone. Ooh, suction bomb rush. Gotta look out for that. Alright, doing okay. We got our ink armor. Trying to keep this well inked on top. And look out for that charger, because I know that they're just itching to snipe anyone on the center art display. I'm very close to getting my special. Might be a good time to use it as soon as everyone respawns. There we go. Got all 4, and that is probably going to be it already. If not, you know, that Tenna missile ensured they were not getting back in time. Look at that ancient. I never looked at that. It's kind of like an old, is it Roman or Greek statue, but it's a squid, obviously. It just looks like their tentacles are like a beard or something. That's a cool design. There's a lot of art around here. This, obviously, it's an art academy, but it's based off of the art school in Japan, and I didn't, gotta really pay attention to some of the background stuff to see a lot of that, which is a little tough when you're trying to splat. Alright, let's see if we can get another one. If I get lucky, like, this is a headset, that I've used in the first game, but I don't know. Trying to stay fresh and use some of the newer gear, even though I like those studio headphones. Ink Saver main, as long as we're talking about abilities, always a good one to have. Getting an extra flick of the roller or a couple flicks of the brush, or, ooh, this is bad news. You see the shine on their weapons, that means they have won a lot in this rotation with the weapons they're using, meaning they're going to be brutal to deal with. But yeah, Ink Saver main, can't go wrong with that. Ink Saver, or Ink Recovery Up is apparently not quite as good in this one. It does give you a good amount of standing ink recovery, as weird as that is. Ooh, well, it helps a little bit, but this is bad. We got half our team. I'm worried about this match with the fact that, like I said, there is so many, half their team had a good win percentage with what they were holding on to. But it's anyone's game, of course. I'm going to really quickly try to get some of this built up so that I can throw this out as soon as they start to move in. Okay, they're all alive. If I can get, there we go, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Let's go for it. If we can get the zone covered well enough. You never want to run into the zone when someone's using their Tenta missiles, of course, because that means they will just cover the zone even if they don't splat you. Gotta be careful here, because I know someone's moving around to try to get us. Okay, that slosher is a problem. Tri-slosher's still such a big thing to deal with because of the great abilities that it holds, as well as, oh, no. Bomb defense up didn't help me there. The, having the ink armor and burst bombs, you can splat so fast. I mentioned before, the Tri-Slosher, still very powerful, but with the nerf of some of the range for the shooter weapons, a good amount of them do not, oh my gosh, have as much range on them. You gotta watch out, because you can get out sloshed And that's another thing I should mention. Didn't help me there, but bomb defense up will save you from certain specials that act almost as bombs, like the ink jet there. I'm gonna try to be extra careful because I know they're pushing in here. Try to get us. There we go. That auto bomb is scaring me. We gotta hold this down. We gotta hold this down. So I'm gonna have to play a little more in the face of this zone. I hope they don't sneak around. Wait till everyone respawns though, because I really want to get this ink or tenta missiles. There we go. All right, now I gotta move in, because otherwise they are gonna hold this, and it is gonna be very tough to recover. I see you going around the side, Mr. Slosher. Where are you going, buddy? This is a good time for a point sensor. I know they're down there. Throw another one over here. Ooh, no, no, no. Oh, jeez. Okay. Got one of them, and ah, no. They're behind us. This is bad, this is bad. Here comes that brush. Ah, no. No. Well, I took one of them out. Man, we had a good lock on it for a bit. This is going back and forth. This is going to be a close match. We really have to get in there, though, because they have to count down that timer, of course, to actually be able to get any points on the clock. But at the same time, you know, if we don't push in, we're going to be in trouble here. Okay, this is a good time to get this going. I really need a little bit more ink from the side because the zone's pretty well inked, I think. Look out. Do not let them get in. Do not let them get in. Okay. As long as they don't sneak around here. I'm just going to go for it because we really got to stop them. Can't wait for the perfect time. Okay, they're going over that way. Let's make sure that we track them, so none of my buddies get snuck up on. See you there. Okay, this team's doing good. We can get the lead here if we're careful and we don't get, don't get snuck up on by anyone. They're definitely hiding behind there. Or not. Okay. Where are they going? They trying to get around, or did they just give up in the end? Oh, their Brella's blocking me, but that's okay. Distracted them enough and they didn't take the zone. That's probably a good one to go out on. We got all wins this time. Splat zones, I feel like a little bit more my forte of the ranked ones, and especially with a ranged weapon like this, I can play a bit safer, more defensively, build up my special, and try to lock down. We beat a team with some better, higher ranked players, as well as ones that had a lot of victory in the past, so I'm very happy to go out on that win. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to leave a like, I appreciate it. If you want to subscribe, I appreciate that as well. Another Splatfest on the way. Let me know what team you think I should go with. I'm kind of up in the air. I would rather fly, but invisibility, I don't know, it seems like it could be a little less conspicuous in this world. Plus, we might get more matches that way, so I'll have to make the debate to go with my heart or go with what's better for the video. I'll see you guys next time, though, for more Splatoon. Spying on Krusty Sean. I don't need to be invisible to do that. All right, see you guys for the next episode. And let me know what weapon you want to see next time. I'm going to go back to cuddling with my buddy the Jelly. Goodbye.